Hi, everybody. Welcome today to Iron Yoga. I'm so glad that you could join me today. And today is going to be another great practice. So Iron Yoga is where we use a little bit of resistance training or core work or even a little bit of cardio, but we incorporate it with the mindfulness of yoga and the stretching qualities that we can obtain from that. So today is going to be great. All you're going to need to do is roll out your yoga mat. We'll be utilizing a resistance band today, and I'll show you that here in a moment. If you don't have a band, no problem. 2 light to medium weight dumbbells will work just as well. So go ahead, I invite you to roll out your mats and we'll get started. So as I mentioned, today in our practice, we're going to utilize the resistance bands or tubing with handles. So what I have available to me is our resistance band here with the 2 handles. You can also use a just a band without the handles, or if you don't have a band at all, 2 medium to lightweight dumbbells will work just as well. When we get to our resistance band training portion of class today, we'll be primarily putting the band underneath our feet and pulling up for different exercises. So dumbbells will work great for that as well. So today our theme for class is just thinking about going with the flow. So we've got a few poses that we'll be flowing through to kind of help facilitate flexibility and just loosening the spine, the legs, the body. So I would invite you as we begin our practice today to really think about what does it mean to you to go with the flow? How can you, in your daily life and practice a little bit more of this flexibility in life, being able to roll with the punches or adapt as needed is such a wonderful skill and can help us to relieve stress as well. So I hope you enjoy our theme for today's practice. So go ahead and find a comfortable stance, maybe feet about hip width apart. Take a moment, maybe roll your shoulders back a couple times, releasing any tension you may have accumulated from your day so far. And then if it feels right for you, I invite you to gently close your eyes. We'll take a few deep breaths together. Breathe in through your nose and exhale through the nose or mouth. So try this a few times on your own, breathing in and out. And if your eyes are closed, take a moment, maybe feeling like you're really spreading the toes, making contact with the feet to the surface beneath you. Continue to breathe. And I invite you to commit this next while to your practice. Understand that taking a little bit of time for yourself is a necessity, and give yourself some appreciation for showing up today for your yoga practice. Feel the lungs expand with air on each inhale. And just begin to feel a little bit more rooted and grounded in this present moment, perhaps feeling the mat under your feet. If you find that your thoughts are wandering, know that's perfectly normal and that is okay. But I would invite you as we go through our yoga flow today to not only set this time aside for you, but perhaps if you are able to set aside distractions such as your phone, just for this next while, and do your best to be present with you and your practice. One more big deep breath in, exhale out, starting to oxygenate your body. And then when you're ready, I invite you to open the eyes if you have not already, standing nice and tall. Good. And as we did before, as you start to open those eyes, go ahead and maybe roll those shoulders back a few times. Really let those feet be grounded on that mat. I'm going to invite you to take one arm up, one arm down, and just gently stretch one way. Good. Feel this nice lateral side stretch. Go ahead, inhale, exhale, switch. Good. We're going to do that one more time to each side. Inhale, switch, reach. One arm pulling up, one arm pulling down. And switch, reach. Great. Awesome. Now I'm going to invite you right from here to just step the feet perhaps a little wider, and we're just going to rotate around the body, letting the arms swing free. So here we're just letting the hips shift a little side to side, a little free-form movement as our arms float back and forth. Really notice places in the torso you might be feeling a little tension today. Let it go. Just let yourself feel free. This movement reminds me a lot of being a child and kind of that playful energy. So just allow the arms to just spiral around the body in a free-form way. Slowly start to let it all shift back down. Good. Until the arms stop of their own accord. Now step the feet nice and wide, arms up. Spread your fingertips wide, bend at the elbows. We're going to exhale for horse pose and come down low. Drop your shoulders down, bend your knees. We're going to inhale, reach up, exhale, lower. Horse pose. Let's go ahead and try this a couple more times. Inhale, reach, exhale, lower. Feel nice and wide. Feel free to take up some space here. Last time, inhale up, exhale, lower. Good. Let's take one of my favorite stress relief stretches. Let's take our hands to the knees, press one shoulder down, gentle spinal twist here. Great. And then switch other way. Press down. Really good. Just enjoy these freeform kind of warm-up stretches we've got here before we go into our flow. All right, from here, we're going to do a fun kind of visualization. We're going to bend our knees, bring your hands down. I want you to imagine you're scooping up. Maybe you're scooping up a big bouquet of flowers. You're going to take a big inhale, exhale up. So let's try that again. We scoop and throw. So scoop down, reach up. So we're kind of making a big circle with the arms, reaching up. Exhale, lower, reach up. You can use whatever visual works for you, but really just think about extending the body, tall, tall, tall. Scoop big, wide circles with our arms, up, down, and up. Let's just do 4 more. Incorporate some breath here. Big inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last 2, inhale, big reach. Last 1, down and reach. Awesome. All right, take those arms out to our sides. We're going to do a Pilates-based move now called standing saw. So we're going to keep our legs straight-ish. You don't need to lock the knees. We're going to twist with one hand towards our foot, other arm comes back, and then up. So just give this a try. Now you'll notice here, my back is very straight. I'll show you from the side. So you want to carve through the space, gently touching, reaching out. So we're not doing kind of a low tap, but instead, a big reach out and across. So let's go ahead and do 10 of these standing saws, just alternating reaches to each leg. So take a big inhale in, exhale, tap. Inhale in, tap. 3, you can go at your pace here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Aren't these nice? All right, let's just do 4 more. 4 more. Just a few extra today. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Now, while we're in this wide stance, go ahead and I invite you to fold the body forward. Wide legs standing forward, bend. Bend your knees here if you need to. Take a big breath in. Exhale. And relax. Slowly round through the spine, up to standing. Head will be the last thing to come up. Good. Excellent job. Let's go into our first yoga flow. You will not need equipment for this one. So we're going to be working through flowing through some lunges to really kind of open up those hip flexors. So we're going to start at the top of our mat, and I'll show you from the side here. We're going to have our feet about hip width apart. So we're going to bring our hands to our heart to begin, so right at the chest. And I'm going to invite you to step your right leg back. So we're going to come into this nice high lunge. Your toes are slightly turned out in the back, so you shouldn't have compression on that ankle. Good. From here, we're going to start to test our balance right from the start. So with hands to chest, we're going to take a big inhale, tap the foot up, exhale, lower. So you can start off just keeping that toe on the ground. We're going to do this for 10 reps. If you would like a little more balance challenge today and feel comfortable doing so, you can lift that knee up and down. So let's go right into 10 repetitions of this Warrior One leg warm up. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on back down. Awesome job. Let's remember this move. We're going to do it again here in a moment with the other leg. So let's go ahead into our pyramid pose. So we're going to straighten our front leg. Let the arms reach forward. Now, if your hamstrings are super tight today, you can just stay halfway, maybe a 90-degree angle, just relaxing forward. Or if it feels right to you, you're going to reach down towards the floor. Bend your knee here if you need to. All right, from here, we're going to be playing around a little bit with bending the knee and straightening the knee, which again can be done from either position I just offered to you. We're going to bend and straighten that knee for 10 repetitions. So whenever you're ready, let's begin. 10, straighten, bend the knee for 9, straighten, 8, warming up those hips, 7, 6, just starting to warm up the hips, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start to straighten head to knee just for a moment. Very nice. Really start to warm up the back of that leg. Awesome. From here, we're coming down into our low lunge. So go ahead and bend that front knee, turn your back foot around so that you're on the ball of the foot. Bend the knee, shift those hips down. From here, we're just going to go into a lovely lunge twist. So we have our left foot forward, reach your left hand forward, and then spiral up to the back ceiling. Great. Just enjoy this twist. From here, we're going to go to plank pose and play with some mountain climbers now to really get things warmed up. So you're going to take that front knee back, find the top of your push-up, your plank position. Good. And from here, we're going to do 20 walks towards the chest. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Keep the abs and core in. Last little bit before we take a vinyasa and do the other side. I invite you to bring your left hand into the center of the mat, pivot around onto your heels, come into side plank with right arm up. So you can have your feet one stacked on top of the other. Modification, bring the knee down. Good. Breathe. Abs are in. Good job. All right, come on back to center. Big inhale, exhale, lower down. We'll take a vinyasa here. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, lower. Find your downward facing dog pose. And pedal out those feet. Good. Take a moment here. My head is up just so you can hear me, but ideally, you should be looking down towards your belly button. Pedal out those heels, abs in. And now from here, I invite you to step or hop to the top of your mat. Good. Slowly come all the way up. Head last to come up. And let's try this to the other side. Hands to heart center, step your left leg back. Good. Awesome. And just like before, we're going to be taking knee up to balance. Yep. So here we go for 10, and I'll face you. You lunge back with your left leg. 10 lifts. Here we go. 10. Breathe. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Awesome. Step it back, bend that front knee. Good. And then from here, we're going to go into that lovely pyramid pose. So you're going to straighten that front leg and pull it forward to your comfort level, whether that be halfway, place your hand on your thigh, or you can come down your quad. Good. So now we're going to play around with, like we did the first time, bending and straightening that front knee. So let's go right into it whenever you're ready. Here we go. Big inhale. And bend and straighten. We'll do 10 reps. Bend and straighten. This is our third one. 4th. 5th. 6th. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Really nice. All right, start to slowly sink the hips down, and let's start to make our way down to our lunge twist. So we've got our right knee forward. We're going to take right hand forward. Big inhale, spiral up to the ceiling for this wonderful full body stretch. Inhale and exhale. Really nice. All right, let's go right into our plank mountain climbers and side plank on the other side. We'll take our hands down, step back to plank, drop those hips down, and then let's go in for walks. We'll go for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. All right, side plank, other side. Right hand in the middle of the mat. Reach up, pivot around. Take a big breath here. And come on back down. Take your vinyasa. Here we go. Down. Big inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, find your downward facing dog pose. Pedal out those feet. Big inhale. Exhale, hop to the top of the mat. And come all the way up. Good job. Looking really good. All right. Hopefully you're starting to feel a little bit warmer now. We're going to go ahead and go into working with our band, get things up a little bit warmer. Remember, as I mentioned, weights are fine. I'll demonstrate with the band today, but a lot of these arm movements, such as bicep curls or overhead press, can very easily be done with weights as well. Basically, wherever my hands are in placement of the body is where your weights would be. So if you have your band, go ahead and step into it. So you want it to be evenly dispersed between your feet. So you should have a little box here, you can see. Also, I like to put it on the instep of my foot, so the arch. So just use your best judgment if you're new to using the band. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna be doing 10 reps of each exercise, and we're gonna do 2 rounds. So our very first one is just squats back with our arms at our chest. If you're working with weights today, you'd be holding the weights right here where my hands are. We're gonna send our hips back and up. So we just have the advantage of a little extra weight here. Depending on how strong of resistance you have, you may try to attempt a little bit of an overhead press as well at the top, okay? So our modification, you're just gonna keep it low here. Slightly more challenging version, press up. Let's go ahead and do this for a round of 10. Here we go. Down, up, 2, up, 3, abs are in, 4, keep going, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. Okay, let's go right into bicep curls. So with your weights, you would have them facing right towards me. Let's do 10 bicep curls. 10, nice and slow with resistance. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. Awesome. Let's face our palms together and we'll go right into a row. So I like to bend my knees slightly for this. Come forward slightly with the arms. You're going to pull right up to the chest, keep your elbows in and back down. Exactly the same with the weights. The ends of the dumbbells would be facing towards me. Pull up to the chest and down. Let's do 10. Abs are in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. From here, we're going to be doing a reverse fly, bent over, but we're going to add a fun little variation with the band. So if you've got your band, step your left foot out of it, keep it on the right foot. We're going to be lifting up to about shoulder height and then back down. If you have your dumbbells, exact same thing. Abs are in, arms are straight-ish. Become slightly in front, lift up and down. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. We'll do the other side per se with the foot here in a minute, so just stay right here. Next thing I want you to think about is thumbs here on the trigger finger. We have our pinkies facing down. We're going to bend at the elbows for tricep kickbacks. So from our lunge, we're just going to kick back and in. Exact same movement with the dumbbells. Hold them up and back, elbow bending and straightening like a hinge. Here we go for 10. 9, 8, standing tall, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay, that was round 1. We're going to repeat all of those to the second side, second time. So go ahead, step back into your band. Get your weights ready. You're going to hold up by your chest, and we're going to bend for our squat and then add in that optional overhead press. Here we go for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, once you come back up, flip those palms facing upward, bicep curls. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Flip your palms towards each other. From here, let's go into our row. I'll turn to the side, bend your knees and pull. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then from here, I invite you this time to step your right leg back. Good. Come into our lunge, and we'll go into that reverse fly in the lunge. So you lift straight up and down. 9 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last thing, bend at the elbows, in at the waist, tricep kickbacks to the other side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Let's go ahead and release your feet. And we're going to take a break from the band. Good job. So I like to use the band to help us stretch. So you can do this if you've got your band with me. Go ahead and double it up in front of you. Reach up, take the band above the head. Maybe a little gentle back bend here. Come on up, gently lean to one side. Inhale through center, other side. Hands in front, open those shoulder blades, tuck your head in between your arms. Really opening our shoulder blades here. Good, and then just release. Nice job. Let's go ahead and set this down. If you'd like, you can always take a little drink of water at this point. That's always a good option. All right, let's go ahead and do a nice little section where we're going to work our core today. Core is always such a great thing to work with. We're going to do a few poses through boat pose, working that core, and then we'll start to cool it down, doing some lovely deep stretches for the hips with pigeon and various other low to the ground poses today. So I'm going to invite you to come down to seated on your mat, and we're going to sit in about the middle of our mat. We're going to take our hands behind our knees, carve your spine back like a letter C, pull in those abdominal muscles, and then lift one and both feet. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be doing alternating toe taps, 10 taps here. So you can hold on to the backs of the legs like I'm showing here. If this bothers your tailbone or you'd like a modification, place the hands behind the hips. That is totally fine. If you're okay with this, you can take your hands out in front. So let's go ahead, 10 taps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, come on up. Now from here, we're gonna be doing 10 rolling like a ball, 10 balls to come up to boat pose. So watch me first. Rolling like a ball, we're in the middle of the mat. We come back and up. That's one repetition. We're gonna do 10 rolls back and up, and then hold our boat pose. Okay, now if you don't like this, you can feel free to stretch, do something else if you don't want to do this. All right, let's go ahead into 10 rolling like a ball. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and hold. Find your boat pose. Hold, hold, hold. More advanced, you're extending. More modified, hands down. And exhale, come on up, spread the legs wide and just let the body fold forward for a minute. You can point or flex the feet. Good, maybe even reach towards those toes and let's just take a little breath. Really nice. All right, we're gonna do a couple more ab and core stretches and then repeat these one more time. So take a big breath in, exhale, and slowly come up. Good, from here, we're gonna come back to this boat pose variation. Modification feet can be down or come to your boat pose. We're gonna go into Russian twists now. So if you do have a weight and are using one today, you can grab one, paddle from side to side. If you don't have one, hands just in little fists, we're gonna do twists. So let's go for a count of 10. When you're ready, let's begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Come on up. Good. Last little ab variation we're going to do is double leg stretch here. This is a move borrowed from the wonderful method of Pilates. So for double leg stretch, and there's a lot of variations of this exercise. The full variation, we're going to roll onto our back, but have our head, neck, and shoulders up. And then we're going to take the arms above the head. Arms and knees meet in the middle, and then extend out. Arms and knees meet, extend out. So they come out to the side and up, and then extend out. So if this bothers your neck, you can keep your hands behind the head. You can just do the legs and keep your head down. Or from a seated position, you can do all of this up a little bit higher. There's really a lot of options here. So let's go ahead and do 10 of our double leg stretch, whichever version you would like to do today. All right, extend out and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. Go ahead and come on up. We're going to repeat those exercises one more time. So let's go ahead. We start from the top. Carve your spine back. Find your variation for 10 toe taps. Go ahead, and when you're ready, let's begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab behind the knees. 10 rolls like a ball up to boat. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold your boat pose. Hold, hold, hold. Good. All right. Take a break, stretch forward just for one breath here. Stretch it forward. Awesome. Double Russian twist and then double leg stretch are next. So let's go ahead, come on up. Find your Russian twist, feet on the mat or off, hands to your chest. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last move, double leg stretch for 10. Find your version. Remember, extend out and then in. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Let's go ahead. Give your body a nice long stretch for just a moment. Enjoy feeling the abdominals working. Yeah. Giving yourself that appreciation. All right. And then let's slowly roll to one side. Come on up. Come to a comfortable seated position on your mat. And let's go right into some lovely stretches. Let's go into bound angle. So take soles of the feet together, sit up nice and tall and fold forward. We're going to take a few moments to really stretch those hips, inner thigh, the glute muscles, just the whole low body in general. So take this time to center in, thinking about going with the flow. Exercise classes are no different than life in a lot of ways. Your instructor may come up with different routines, different exercises from any given day. And part of what makes us go with the flow is adapting those exercises for us or being prepared for something different. It's always good to try something new. Let's go ahead and inhale, come up. Awesome. And then from here, I'm going to invite you to bring your legs up and we're going to go into pigeon pose. So I like to approach pigeon from all fours. You can do that if you would like. I'll show you this time from the front. So I like to come to all fours. I'm going to take my right leg, bring it forward, and then gently set down on that hip. Okay, so if your hips are very tight, you can place a block under that back knee or bend the knee as I'm showing here. You want that front leg at a 90-degree angle, so it's kind of straight with your mat. And then if you have the flexibility, I would invite you to rotate that leg so that the kneecap is on the floor. And you're going to start to come into your stretch here. So don't overdo. Find what stretch works best for you. And then if it feels right, you can take just a moment to start to reach forward, making a little maybe pillow with your hands to rest the forehead on. Just take a breath here in your pigeon. So keep going, just showing you from the front. Now, if you're way over here in your pigeon, then chances are your hips are tight, you might need a block, and you need to bend that back knee into hurdle or stretch. So go ahead and find what's right for you. Start to slow down the breath. Just take one more nice big inhale and exhale here. We're going to be doing pigeon on the other side with left leg forward in a moment. So whenever you're ready, you can go into your pigeon on the other side. So I like to come back to all fours and then just switch sides. Left leg will come forward, have it at a 90-degree angle, so usually parallel with your mat. Straighten up the hips so you're not over here. And then find your pigeon on this side. Good. And just like before, you can come forward. If you have yoga blocks at home, you can set one under this hip or knee back here. Maybe set one in front of you to rest your forehead on. You want to make this as comfortable as you can. For many folks, this is an intense stretch. So just breathe. I'll show you from the other side here. One last breath in your pigeon. Good. And then I invite you nice and slow to start to come up. There's no hurry. Make your way to all fours one more time. And we're just going to go into some lovely side lunges from here. So making your way to all fours, I'm going to invite you to step your right leg forward into a lunge. Lift that back knee. And then from here, both hands are going to go on the inside of that front right leg, and we're going to transfer over to a side lunge. I'll show you this from the front so you can see from the front. We're in side lunge. Now I want you to bend your other knee and lunge the other way. Big inhale, come to center, fold the body forward, wide legs standing forward, bend. You can hold on to your ankles here if you like. Good. And then slowly come back to where you started. Great. So from here, I'm gonna invite you to step that foot up and switch sides. So now stepping your left leg back into a lunge. Good, both hands on the inside of the leg and find your lunge to the other side. Go ahead and find your lunge to the other direction. And then wide leg standing forward bend, pull the body forward. Good. All right, everyone, we're gonna finish up here with bridge pose or plow pose. Plow is our more intermediate version. And then we're gonna go into a brief Savasana, so please enjoy. For bridge pose, heels are close to hips. Big inhale, lifts your hips up, feel that nice hip flexor stretch. So if you'd like, that's your option 1. Option 2 for plow. We're gonna take our hands behind our hips, feet come down towards the ground, lift those hips high. If you'd like, you can start to turn this into shoulder stand, starting to bring the legs up. So go ahead and find your pose. I'm gonna go with bridge here for a minute. And breathe. We'll take 3 breaths in our posture of choice. Good. If you were in plow pose, I invite you to slowly come down and start to find your way to your Savasana. And just take a couple deep breaths here. Breathe in and out, thinking about going with the flow, being present. Let the body settle and relax. Now you can stay here in your Savasana as long as you would like to today. Or if you have other things you need to do, go ahead and start to make your way back up. Come back to a comfortable seated position. And when you're ready, friends, we'll conclude today's practice by bringing hands to heart center. Nice big inhale and exhale. Thank you for joining me today and for taking a little time to go with the flow. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Namaste. Have a great day.